85% of people prefer text over email and phone calls because they want to engage in a conversation. All text messaging is not equal. Customers respond to people, not bots. Be more like people and start having conversations that end in conversions. Use Scipio.
Can I tell you the bane of my existence, Andre?
Please.
Boys' names.
That's so funny. I think boys' names are fun.
What's annoying is that me and my wife, we're due in 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. So we're getting down to the wire. And we have 2 boys. And we didn't name them till like the last day in the hospital. They're like, you guys got to leave and you have to name this thing. And we're like, fine, this. What do you call? I mean, so what do you call it?
Little boy.
Hey, little guy.
Really?
You know, just whatever.
So awkward. Because as soon as I get a cat, my corollary, it's like we have to name that thing within 20 minutes because otherwise it's just awkward.
It is awkward. It's like, what is this? What are we going to call this thing? Anyway, if we were having a girl, we both agree on, we could 10 names. We're like, we love that. Oh, love that too. Love that. It'd be so easy. We don't like one boy name. It's so annoying.
I think you had, unfortunately, you've already picked 2 great ones.
I know. Jack and Archie are great names.
They really are.
And that's part of the thing is like there's just a lot of rules. Do you not have a
family name you could pull?
I mean, it's
kind of too late.
Well, there's just a lot of names that we are like, yeah, that's not bad. There's no name we're like, oh yeah, this is the one, you know. And all the fun ones, it's like I like the name Dutch, but Joy's like, no. Hard no.
Thank the Lord. I think I told you I hated that name too.
Or and I know it's like more out there. Like,
how do you feel about Wyatt?
And we talked about Wyatt, I think, for a little bit. Our neighbor just named their kid Wyatt. Like, next door neighbor.
Shoot.
Like 3 months ago.
Really?
So the stuff like that you deal with.
I like Wyatt.
And we are, you know, I don't know, like
Owen?
British influence, like royal, or like we like Henrys and Williams and really traditional names.
Really. I mean.
So if you know any good names that are these are my rules. It has to be like predominantly masculine. So
rude. Go on.
I'm just like, that's just, you know,
you want a traditional masculine name.
Yeah.
And
not Jesse, not Jordan, not these names that can go either way.
One of our best friends is named Jesse.
I know.
It's extremely rude.
It's nothing against it's just, that's me thing.
I know. I get it.
And it has to be spelled traditionally one way. Mm-hmm. So, for example, Brittany is a name I would never name a girl. Sure. It's like, what, is it E-N-N-E-Y-T-T-A?
No.
Yeah. No. And then, generally more traditional than not. So it can't be any like dumb Utah names like Buxton and Gunner and, you know.
Buxton.
Yeah. Anyway.
If you could change your name, what would you change your name to?
You know, growing up, I remember this question a lot. It's like, I really think I'd be like a Seth. I thought Seth was the coolest name. Yeah. And now thinking back, I'm like, that is the dumbest name.
Well, it's a Seth's out there. It's not a dumb name, but it's not for you.
No, it's not at all. What's funny is my real name is Mark.
That's right.
On my birth certificate. And when people find out, like, oh, so you just go by Scott? I'm like, no, my parents meant to call me Scott. And on the birth certificate, they accidentally mixed up the names and then just never changed it.
Yeah.
And I asked them about it. I'm like, you just didn't think? And they're like, oh, you know, it was
one of those things. It was a different time.
It's like
paperwork wasn't as important.
It like sucks to fly because it's like, well, I got to be Mark here. And on my driver's license, I'm Scott. And it's just a whole thing.
On your driver's license, you're Scott?
Yeah. It's weird. I know.
That is weird.
The best thing about it is I feel like it somehow keeps me under the radar. Like, you know, someone's trying. It's like, is it Scott? Is it Mark? Yeah. All this stuff. Anyway,
saves you from identity theft.
I guess. Anyway, thieves, please send me baby names so that I don't have to pick.
I just do Andrew.
Drew?
No, it's just Andrew.
Well, that's the other problem. It's like they're names we like, but we know that we would use. You know, it's like Christian's a fine name, but I know I'd call him Chris. I don't really like the name Chris. Sorry, Chris listeners.
I don't like Chris either.
And then there's names like that where it's like
Diego.
We both like Diego, but
it's culturally appropriate.
It's, you know, it's just,
it wouldn't work.
It's just enough that I don't know if we get away with it.
Michael?
Again, Michael, love. Mike, do not love. That's it. Like, because we call Archie Arch all the time.
Yeah. Everett?
We talked about Everett. Everett's not off the table. I think Wesley is one that we like. That is like a contender.
No. I'm way out on Wesley.
Really?
You like Wes?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Wes.
Okay. Scott and I have fundamental disagreements.
Clearly different headspace on.
I want to revisit Everett for you.
Okay. We'll see how Joey feels. Evie? Ev dog?
Well, one of my best friend's little brothers growing up was Everett.
Well, Everett was a city not too far from where I grew up.
Exactly.
So
that's the other thing.
Something said about Washington. That. Let's start a podcast.
Okay.
You're a thief and a liar.
I only lied about being a thief.
Steal.
Lie.
We're gonna steal the ship.
Commandant, no, Lieutenant.
An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks.
Will someone like you to steal?
Ideas are bulletproof.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. Steal this idea.
Hello again, thieves.
We're back.
We are back recording live at the Scipio Mill. And boy, are we thrilled to be back.
We are thrilled.
We had a little bit of a breather last week.
We did. 2 breathers we've taken a little too recently, I think.
Yeah.
We're back, thieves.
We are back. And for those who are new, maybe we picked up some new listeners here and there. Mm-hmm. Andre, tell the thieves, what is Steal This Idea?
Welcome to Steal This Idea. Steal This Idea is the only podcast where every week Scott and I give out free $1 billion business ideas. That's billion with a B.
With a B, capital B, billion.
Everything ranging from app ideas to new stores to new services and everything in between. That is Steal This Idea.
One of the thieves, Josh Wood, asked me the other day, or I think it was today actually. He said, "What's your best idea that is the most of the ideas we pitched? What's the most lucrative or whatever?" And I tried to think about it a little bit, and so I had 2 answers. So the first one was, I still think the Field, which is the indoor park. It's not lucrative in the traditional sense, but I think as a tax haven.
Sure.
I think it's a genius idea.
It's hard to pitch right now because of COVID, but it is a good idea. The Field.
Yeah.
Listeners, go back and find it.
The other one that I think actually has the highest ceiling, sick juice. Honestly.
I haven't thought of sick juice in weeks, months.
I think, and again, I know the name is kind of wonky or whatever, but I think there's so much money to be made in that space, in the medical and beverage space.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new energy drink every week.
Oh, I see the potential, but not my favorite idea. That's all. Sick juice. Go find that one too.
Yeah, go find that one. Thieves, we got a good episode for you today. I got the big idea today. I'm hoping to wow Andre. I think it's 100% there. I'd love for him to get it to 110%.
Love it.
And bring his. He brings so much value to my ideas. So we're gonna do that. But before we get into the big idea, let's hop into a little good idea, bad idea.
Scott, remind listeners, what is good idea, bad idea?
Well, Andre, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all these places, we get ads every day. Some of them good, some of them bad. And we have taken out the best of the best to discuss those things. Are they good ideas? Are they bad? Could we make them better? Should you buy them? Maybe we might impulsively buy them, give you a review. That's good idea, bad idea. Talk to me about Get Bruisey.
Oh, let me find my
GetBruisey.com.
Find my tabs. Oh, this is maybe more of a Diego idea, just because Scott does not drink. But it says, want to make your own super boozy wines and ciders. The ad that I got was essentially a bottle of Welch's grape juice. And
I remember you talking about this.
They're like, make this bottle into wine in 2 weeks. And essentially, they sell a packet of yeast and other wine-making ingredients. You go to your local grocery store, you grab any old juice thing, you put it in, and you wait 5 days, and then you have wine.
That's fascinating. So you can use any juice?
That's what it says.
Grab some
I'm
juice.
sure there are, actually. In reality, I'm sure there are some limits. But they aren't like, oh, go buy Welch's, or, oh, you have to buy our juice. They say you can use whatever juice you want.
I actually kind of love that.
It's a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
My worry is that you'll get botulism or something. Or that it would just be disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't drink, but of all the things that I wish I drank, wine is up there.
Really?
It just seems so fun and classy.
It is classy. I don't personally like wine at all.
Yeah.
I mean, does.
Again, of being on the outside, It just seems like there's wine tasting. There's this whole thing about old wine. Like,
Yeah.
just
No,
seems like
it's a classy.
it seems like a cool thing, you know? But yeah, I think this is a good idea. Bruisey. And I think there's something fun about, let's try the white grape juice. You know, the Welch's.
You could, but, I mean, infinite options.
It seems like a fun, like, let's do this once for a night and just kind of see how it goes.
I think wine tasting and wine in general, it's awesome until you're in the pits, like trying it. It's like, oh, that looks so great, and that bottle's designed so well, and like everything about it just seems like it's gonna be great.
And that just tastes like bad.
You
grape
take a
juice.
sip of it, and it's like, oh man, what did I just get myself into? Like,
I mean, imagine that's the case with most alcohol. From what I hear, is that most of it's not that tasty.
But
unless it's Bailey's.
yeah, I mean that's true. But it's like if you've ever been in a restaurant where you're ordering a bottle of wine that's severely overpriced, like an entire bottle, and then you get it and you taste the first sip and you're like, oh man,
I just spent $200
well,
for
and it's
crap.
this big, and it's like, oh man, and that's what I imagine about this. It's like the same thing. Like, have you ever gone? Well, I guess you guys haven't gone to your friend like, hey, I made this beer, and you're like, oh,
My dad brews beer.
is it
really?
good?
Yeah, I mean, it tastes homemade.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's just not. No, it's not that good.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Ta-
Dad.
exactly.
it isn't.
It's like, oh, this would be so fun to make, and it's like, oh, let's get together and do this as friends, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, all right, everyone come back. Now we're gonna have some.
My worry is like, what's to stop? I mean, I don't know if there's any limitations, but what's to stop like 15-year-olds ordering this? I don't really know.
That's a good question.
Like they could, and also, so the kit, just to give thieves an idea of really what we're talking about, the kit I think is about $50.
The kit is so cute, though.
Yeah, it's a cute little box. It's got all this stuff in it. It's $45,
It's a good name.
and it says that the kit makes 18 bottles of wine, so it's pretty economical.
So that's the play. You tell your if you're a 16-year-old, you're like, hey mom, I love grape juice. Can you give me a couple
grape
bottles?
juice. I'm just gonna keep it in my room.
And you know they're going out of town on the weekend. So on Monday,
On Monday, you start brewing.
you start brewing.
Like, we're
By the
gonna have
weekend, you
a
got
party.
You got a keg of wine. Bruisey, interesting. Okay, well I got one here for you, Andre. I don't love to do Tom's finds, but this one
But
spoke.
sometimes they just speak to you.
Well, and
I've done
it spoke to me through you because I know you are a bathroom gadget connoisseur.
I am.
This is the ultimate full body dryer.
This is so weird that this is coming up because a tweet that I've been kind of writing in my head is like, I'm a hairy person, I'm extremely hairy. And I just recently have started using a blow dryer to aid in the post shower. We've also talked about this on the podcast before, which is that I hate drying myself off. I think it's so annoying.
Right.
But using the hair dryer has tremendously improved my drying experience. And I can't stop thinking about how cool a body dryer would be. So tell us about this.
So
body
this
dryer.
this looks like the size of maybe a large soap dispenser on the wall or a paper towel dispenser, but coming down is a little pipe, and yeah, it seems to operate just like a hair dryer would. And yeah, you plug this into your wall, and it's got it's got the drying time here. So I think it says. This is actually funny to me. So there's three. there's a table here. So natural takes 4 minutes to dry. Mm-hmm. With the turbo setting, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. But if you focus on a specific area, 1 minute and 10 seconds. So I mean, depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. But if you go all the way to level 4 heat,
man, you are getting dry quick.
Yeah,
that's 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
This table is actually. It makes the product sound useless.
It's funny to me why they even have the turbo setting. It knocks off 10 seconds off a 3.5 minute process. It's like, that's not.
It's not.
I do that. So towels are gross. It's like they're damp, they're dirty. Like, sure, okay, that's true. I like the black one a lot more than the white one. That's for sure. It says improve skin and hair health. I don't know if that's true, but sure. Ultra quiet can't be true. Easy installation, sure. This is kind of a funny picture of a little kid blowing his face. Mm-hmm. It does seem like something you would use for a dog or animal. What's the cost on this, Andre?
I don't know.
Oh, we're launching.
It's coming soon. Gosh. What sucks about this? I mean, so the website has all the hallmarks of a scam.
It totally does.
In that the copy is horrible, the images look fake, but the concept of what this is
not bad.
Is not well. It's also just not that hard.
Sure.
Right. Like you could engineer you could probably like moderately change the engineering on a regular hair dryer.
Right.
So that it doesn't get as hot
Sure.
right? And it generates more air or whatever.
Especially one that you plug in. I mean,
yeah, that like goes on the wall or whatever.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, this isn't for me. I would never use this.
Really? Why wouldn't you use it?
I'm not a hairy person, one.
Yeah.
I can get
But
dry.
do you like to be wet?
Well, we've talked about this. I get out of the shower.
And you just dry so fast.
I can get dry in less than 20 seconds.
Because you're like a seal. It just wicks right off.
Just wicks right off. I do like the idea. I mean, so I often shower with my boys, and like there's something kind of fun about like letting them like kind of dry themselves off. Like there's something kind of fun about that. But this has got to be. You got to think this is $200. You know?
Yeah, I think so. And I think I would pay $200.
Well,
if it was not this crappy website, if it was a real brand,
are you going to put your email in just to see?
No.
What?
Because if I put it in
one of your spam emails,
if I put it in, I guess I can put a spam email.
something you check.
Yeah, something I check
every 6 months. Anyway, that's that. I thought of you.
Oh, so what's funny is after you put your email in, it tells you the price, which is
$189.
$129. If you pay now, so if you reserve now, $129. The total retail price is $180.
That's pretty close.
And it shows the sexy black unit, which is
it's much more handsome.
It is. It is actually looks very nice.
The white looks a little clinical.
Yeah.
And a dog grooming thing.
But I'm not going to give you my money. I don't know who you are, body plug.
Just plug in your credit card information here if you could.
Not doing that.
Talk to me about. Well, okay, so it's deep sleepwear,
but with like a
it's not an umlaut.
It is some language.
It's depthsleepwear.com.
But clearly it's pronounced deep sleepwear.
Yeah.
This is
looks like a pillow.
A pajama set with a hood and a built-in cover for your eyes.
Interesting.
And the website says that this is like the uniform for sleep. It's recommended by the sleep doctor. And it's just like kind of this all-encompassing
Dr. Oz. Hello, Dr. Oz.
Like soft hoodie. It's like a full-body pajama suit.
So first question. If you're comfortable answering this, do you sleep underwear, nothing, tops, bottoms?
I'm an underwear sleeper.
Full underwear.
I certainly don't put on my nightshirt and bottoms.
Well, so I'm straight underwear, but some people it's like, you know, they'll have sweats or they'll do no shirt.
Yeah. I don't know how people can sleep in.
I don't know.
Clothes. I certainly I don't put on sweats.
Yeah.
Ever.
I know my wife will often put on like a night shirt.
Yeah.
Usually one of my shirts.
Yeah.
So in theory, like the idea of putting on like something that's really comfy and then it has a little night mask in there, I can kind of.
That's just so much work to me.
Putting on
now I put on my suit that I sleep in.
On these. Well, it's like putting on jammies. Plenty of people put on jammies.
Not plenty of adults.
I don't know how I feel about these like night shorts. That seems weird to me.
I like the idea that first of all, it looks like that really soft material.
Yeah.
A really thin, soft material, which I like. I like that it has a built-in eye mask. I like the concept of a hood is attractive to me. Retails for $100, which doesn't seem like out of the realm of.
Was there something like this that was like a travel thing? Because part of me thinks like, oh man, this would be like a great, like this is the sweatshirt you travel in.
This would be great to travel in.
You know,
but
nice, comfy. Just
I hate people that travel like that though. That like sometimes it feels like when you get on an airplane, like you're at a slumber party because like everybody's got pillows and like pajamas. I don't like that.
Yeah, who was it? Skylar being like, "Who are these people wearing jeans on planes? What's wrong with you?" Yeah, deep sleepwear. I don't know. They're $100 for the set.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just doesn't seem like enough of a pain point to be like, oh, I'm just so uncomfortable. And, you know, it seems like if I'm hot, it's because I have too thick of a comforter. It's not because my clothing is not breathable or whatever. Yeah. I'm going to pass on it. It's not a terrible idea. It's just not a good one. We'll do this last one really quick. This is citybonfires.com.
I like that name.
Yeah, it seems like a cool name. Basically, it's like a big candle that lights up kind of like a little mini bonfire, enough that you could. It looks like there's a kit that comes like a s'mores kit, so like you would bust this out, and yeah, maybe you don't have a fire pit, but you have a little balcony or whatever. You want to crank this out. They're $20 or $30 for like the kit. I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. There's something
It's kind of fun, but so I go to this website, citybonfires.com. It's $22. I can order a single or a 2-pack or whatever. And the concept of like roasting s'mores, maybe that sounds kind of interesting to me. But at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, I should roast s'mores and I should like buy a candle or something to do it with.
right.
I'm not like, oh, I should order this specific candle.
Right.
It's just like, I mean, I might pick this up at like a farmer's market or something. But
Sure. I like the general concept of this, or like a maybe build your own version of this. Like take an empty glass or whatever and like use charcoal bricks or whatever's in this. That seems kind of fun. This is just basically if they had some sort of like the way that it does it is engineered in a certain way. Like I don't know if it looks all that.
Diego and I recently roasted s'mores together, and I don't know how you felt, Diego, but I was kind of like, do I even like these?
I hate s'mores.
Yeah, it was just like, these aren't that good.
But here's the thing. This is the
also we paid an exorbitant amount of money for the s'mores, so that was the other piece.
This is the first thing I learned about s'mores. Hershey's is the worst thing you can add to s'mores.
Yeah,
Hershey's s'mores keep Hershey's in business though.
Honestly,
if people are eating Hershey's just like for fun,
just like, hey,
what are you doing?
I'd like a Coke, and do you have a full size Hershey bar?
Like, ugh.
Like the cookies and cream? No. Just the regular chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Buh. So s'mores pro tip: Reese's peanut butter cup, 100,000 times better.
That sounds pretty
Fast
good.
break. Those are
Fast break is fire.
so
the other power play, Rolos. You take a Rolo and you jam it in there, jam it in the marshmallow. That's the move. I'm telling you. Well, if you like
Rolos
caramel
to anything and make it worse.
What?
No, I'm saying like Rolos just make everything better.
Oh, okay. I thought you said anything you add makes it worse.
No. Exact opposite.
Yeah. No, Rolos are fantastic.
But this has the same question. It's like the hardest part about s'mores is not getting the marshmallow right. Like we all agree on that, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's getting the chocolate melted on the graham cracker crust. So it's like you need a pan. If you had a pan, s'mores would be great, but no one ever has a pan.
Right. I mean, the big irony of s'mores is that you can make s'mores in 10 seconds in a microwave. And that's like, you're there.
And they're like just
And they literally are just as good. And probably
if
a
not
little
better because it's actually melted. Really, s'mores, the chocolate is never melted. It's just like
it's
such
an experience. Staying in your hands, you all sticky. It's like, I'm out on s'mores.
Chocolate. That's another food that should come in tubes. Think about that.
I think some chocolate does come in tubes.
Like what?
Like, yeah. Which one?
I don't know.
That's what I thought.
Surely there's something, right? Surely.
No. Oh, the kind that you use to like make chocolate milk comes in a
Yeah, but that's liquid.
a squeeze
Like,
bottle.
why can't you just get Nutella in like a
No.
toothpaste thing? It's like,
I feel like I've seen that actually.
No,
I've
you
seen
haven't.
single. it's single serve, like in a
they
little
make
packet.
little cups.
Mm.
No, like a plastic, like something you could squeeze. I'm pretty sure it's not like a tube, like a toothpaste tube. I feel like I'll look.
Sure.
but that would make s'mores process 10 times better. Wouldn't it? Than
I
this.
still don't want s'mores though.
Yes. At the end of the day, still don't like s'mores. Well, I think it's gonna do it for good idea, bad idea.
Great.
Let's move on to the big idea. Now, Andre, I need you and the listeners to know that this episode's not all by itself. It's brought to you by Scipio,
That's right.
who was kind enough to host us in their awesome
Yeah.
HQ.
It's an amazing podcast space for an amazing company with lots of exciting updates coming.
Yeah,
this month.
really soon. So they have a really cool texting platform that's great for sales reps and something real exciting in the mix coming up real soon. So
Yeah, look out on the 26th.
26.
Major announcements from Scipio, which we're excited
Keep your eyes
to
peeled.
share.
Check on Instagram. All sorts of cool stuff coming there. We'll be talking more about them, obviously, as that date comes. But the hype train. for
Little
Scipio.
teaser.
Little teaser.
A little sizzle, as we say.
As we love to say here. All right, Andre, I want you to get your mind into the theater of the mind.
Get your mind into the mind.
The mind theater mind.
Okay.
You there?
Who am I?
You are you.
Okay. I love it when I get to be me.
Yeah. Now I do want you to envision yourself in a couple different scenarios. Child Andre, adult Andre, couple Andre, Andre with the homies.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Let me recite some facts to you, Andre, here. Just some facts of life.
You know I love facts.
I know how much you love facts. So reality number one is that we are constantly looking for something to do. We are a civilization begging to be entertained.
Yes.
And you know I'm always keen to come up with an idea to entertain people.
I know.
So that's the fact number one. We're itching for something. And fact number two is it doesn't have to be much. If you take what a drinking game is, right? People started drinking and they're like, we just need like one more thing.
Yeah.
Let's play quarters. Let's play beer pong, whatever.
Sure.
Those games are not much. They're just like, it's enough. No. And that's all it takes. And then you're happy, it gets you there, right? Mm-hmm. So that's fact number two. Fact number three is that we all love surprises. Everyone loves a surprise. We love Christmas because what's in there? I don't know. Mm-hmm. We love, scratch tickets. We love a little surprise.
Yeah.
Fact number four, drive-thrus are a great invention.
What a twist. What a twist for fact four.
Okay. This is the idea, Andre, here. I think it's mostly there. Again, I want you to bring some of your gusto to get it even more there.
Okay.
The idea is called boombox. This is what a boombox is, Andre. It is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whenever. You're with your homies.
PM?
PM.
I always like to clarify. Abe will be like, oh, I got to go to my parents at 7. And I'll be like, AM. I just have to say it every time. Anyway, I'm with my homies.
You're with your homies, you're bored.
It's Friday night.
Like,
it's 8 p.m. We're like, we have nothing to do.
We have nothing to do. Now, of course, there's always the thing, like, let's go to a destination, let's pay for a thing, and like go golfing or Top Golf or whatever. Or you could drive through a boombox. Now, when you drive through a boombox, Andre, I'm going to walk you through what that experience is like. You drive through and you say, "Hey, we're going to get an XL boombox. We got a car full of guys here," and they say, "Great, here you go. Here's your boombox," and it's a box about the size of a shoebox, maybe a little bit bigger. And you don't know what's in this boombox, Andre. You know generally what it is because you've been there every weekend or every other weekend because you love boombox. Mm-hmm. But you open up the boombox, and the first thing that you see in there is a little card with a curated playlist for the boombox. And in that card, oh, okay, good. Scan the Spotify link. All of a sudden, you start playing that playlist because it's fun. It's curated. It's interesting music, right? Now, the next thing that you pull out is a card that has the game that you're going to play on the drive back to your destination, probably back to your home. Right now, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, but we play driving games all the time. We play all sorts of games, whether it's geography, whether it's what's behind the green glass wall, what's in my backpack, pancake. There's all these games that people know and they play individually, but if you don't know, you don't know it. So this is little instructions like, here's the game, here's how you play, 70 players it caters to, da-da-da, right? Uh-huh. So a little game to play on your way home. Then you get home, you got your boombox there. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So next thing you're going to pull out is the swag. Now, this is a rotating thing. Sometimes it's a t-shirt. Sometimes it's custom stickers. Sometimes it's something, right? You have an illustrator who works in-house who's coming up with cool and interesting artwork that they're throwing on stuff constantly. The next thing you're gonna pull out is are the coupons from local vendors that are exclusive to Boombox, right? So because Boombox is pushing 100 boxes a day or 1,000 boxes a week or whatever, they're able to get you a free drink at So Delicious, buy one, get one at Crumble, whatever. Sure. So you got a bunch of tie-in coupons. In fact, they're the ones who put in the Frisbee sponsored by, dental office down the road or whatever.
Sure.
Right. The cool little gadget, right? Now, the other thing in there is a collectible. And the next thing you're going to pull out is something that potentially you could win $50 or $100 in. One out of every 50 or whatever. There's some prize you could win. Right. Could be $1, could be whatever, right? There's some sweepstakes element going on. Or if you collect 3 of these, you get this thing, you win a prize, you go here, you redeem it, right? And then you have a list, once you get back to your place, the other thing you're going to get are a handful of activities that have been custom engineered. And some, again, they're not complicated. You might get a twister board. You might get a shot glass with a drinking game. You might get a whatever it is. And based on who you are and what you order, right? Am I getting the couple box? Am I getting the kid box? Am I getting the friend box, the solo box, right? you might get a Sudoku, you might get a whatever, a bunch of stuff. If you're if you get the old guy box,
Yeah, you got a Sudoku.
you get a Sudoku, right? But the point is, it's a bunch of stuff. It's not just like one or two things. Like it's a whole kit of stuff.
Yeah.
And what's cool about Boombox is that from a I guess building it standpoint, 60% of what you're putting in this is creative content. It's stuff that you are engineering that doesn't really cost you anything. Right? You're putting on a paper, you're putting on little things, right? Then the other 20% is like from vendors saying like, hey, push our stuff. Here's some swag or whatever. And then then you have like fixed cost stuff that are like gadgets and gizmos and trinkets and toys and stuff, right? And then you have this element of like, oh yeah, we have X amount that we're putting in promotional stuff that somebody's gonna win $200 or $100 or whatever, the Traeger. And what's cool about Boombox is that it's always changing. So every week there's a new Boombox. It's always got different stuff. It's rotating. You're bringing in new illustrations, new things, new concepts, trying things out. It becomes the thing that's like, I'm bored. Let's go grab a Boombox. They're only $10 or $15. You kind of find that cheap enough price point that it's just enough that, it would cover the car, cover a date night. We're bored. I don't know. Let's go grab a Boombox. Maybe there's a couple fun things you can do, teach you how to make pasta or teach you how to whatever. Here's how to play a song on the piano. Again, it's a whole bunch of stuff like that because we just need more often than not just direction. And again, I bring back drinking games or these silly games we play. It's like more often than not, we don't need risk. We don't need some complicated thing. We just need some direction. Fun game with instructions with, and I think myself as a parent, somebody who's with kids, a kid box would like go gangbusters where it's like, hey, here's a bunch of army men. Here's a game you can play with them. Here's a ball, and here's the game. It's you can't use your hands, and you're gonna play. Here's a bunch of balloons. You're gonna play Mario Kart, and you gotta pop them, but you can only use these pins and stuff like that, right? Some it will land, some it won't land. But I think that an idea like this, where there's enough, it's enough of a mystery inside. It's always changing. The content's fresh and interesting. You could churn out this stuff, with a small team. I think pretty easily. Yeah. You could have stuff submitted. You'd be, working vendor plays to get more interesting stuff. People would sponsor big stuff or whatever. And again, I think it comes back to like people are just looking for stuff to do. They want something interesting. It's not some 3-year-old blog post of like, here's something to do when you're bored. Like it's somebody intentionally saying, play this game. This is fun. Here's a competition you can play with your friends. Here's an interesting spin on this old game or old concept or old idea or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's Boombox.
This is a good idea. It gives me a lot to think about.
And I wanted to say, like, I think there's stuff I'm missing, and I think there's ways to move this, but yeah, curious.
Yeah. So there's this guy on TikTok, and his name is, I think it's Alex Presley, and I'm going to look him up really quick. And essentially, like, for quarantine, he lives with, like, of course, his, like, gorgeously attractive family. He's, like, 20, but he lives with, like, his sisters and his parents, and, like, in this beautiful, like, big house. But essentially for quarantine, he did like, I think he called it like Quarantine Olympics or something. And it was just crazy to me how many like funny games.
A minute to win it type stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And just
that type of stuff honestly, like balancing a broom on your hand, like who can do it?
Minute to win it type games. I think there's like a billion that would be enhanced by some sort of like players card, like playing rules card or some frisbee.
All it takes is one graphic designer who puts it on something nice, and now you have it, right? Like when you look at HelloFresh, or Blue Apron, like part of what they're doing is they're taking this really simple recipe you get from a recipe book, but they're expanding it. They're making a nice picture. They're taking pictures all along the way, and it makes the process a lot more enjoyable. And so I think you kind of lean into that a little bit.
Yeah, like he does one where his whole family, like they have a little candle, and the goal is to like throw this little tin cup on top of the candle, and it's like in this it would be like the cup is designed somehow, and the candle it comes with the box, and it's like a little rules thing, and it's like stand 5 feet away. It walks you through all of that. I think there's like what's hard for me is that I'm the totally wrong person to run this company.
Oh yeah.
Because like I'm horrible. It's the same reason that I message you and I'm like, what icebreaker should we do or what game should we play? Because I can't think of freaking games.
Right. But like me and my brothers, I could come up with 1,000 things. Like, you could do this and that. Exactly. This. Right. And that's part of the allure is that you have this small team you have this guy some people like this guy who are just constantly chucking stuff,
churning out different ideas.
That's like, what if we took bouncy balls and right, fill in the blank.
Yeah, I love the idea of like the warehouse behind this that's full of stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
like, and I mean, all they've done is like sourced different.
And that's
Alibaba and things like that.
Yeah, and that's a genius of it. Is like you're
in this warehouse and there's like bouncy balls and frisbees and like all this funny stuff.
You're buying 1,000 things at a time, so your cost margins are low.
Yeah.
And yeah, you could do timed boxes. You could do like, hey, we ran out of this exclusive box. I mean, stuff that already gets people to buy stuff.
I think what would be really great is if you could come up with like a clever kind of IP underlying the whole thing. Like there are characters that are associated with the Boombox brand.
Yeah.
And it's like
a whole
what's that game we talked about it on the podcast before, like Cranium, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Is it that is what it's called? It's Cranium,
where it's like you have like the
but in that game there's like 5 different segments, but then I recall, not having played the game in like 15 years, there being like characters associated with like the logic games.
It's like the singing games. It's like a little guy singing.
And I think it would be cool if a brand like Boombox could elevate their like creativity or their like just kind of brand by having something like that, like some sort of character that's associated with different kinds of games and some sort of something that underlies the whole thing, and not like in a comic book way, but just like in a brand
it's
way.
Like, oh, we got another one of these. Oh, I love these types of fill in the blanks or whatever, you know. And I think you, especially because you could run it in a local level, you could do stuff where it's like, hey, if you figure this out and you take it to this place, you get a thing. You know, and so that like drives local business, right? So a dentist, or I don't want to say dentist, but like any local person who's trying to get foot traffic can say like, oh yeah, like I want 10 more people in my store. So yeah, I'll give away whatever. Yeah. You know,
I agree. I don't know why. I think it's not necessarily related to this idea even, but I'm curious if you heard about it at all, but like the David Dobrik puzzle recently. So David Dobrik is this big YouTube influencer. He's like really funny, and he just like has really built a brand around who he is.
Yeah.
But not too long ago, he came out, or I don't know if he was sponsored by or how he was related to it, but a puzzle basically. And you would do the puzzle and then you'd scan it with your phone. It's a QR code.
Right.
And then it like, you'd either win like $100,000 or $1 or something like that.
Sure.
Just like a brilliant idea.
No, exactly. I mean, this type of stuff, right?
Yeah. And it's those kinds of ideas that are going to be a lot more interesting than another app.
Yeah, no, you absolutely, just for buying it, there's a drawing.
Yeah.
And then, you solve this thing, this continual, I've got part one of a 10-part thing. Now I've got it, and now I solved the riddle. Yeah. And then, you scan a thing, and that's an even bigger potential prize or whatever. I just think people, because you're getting content that like you could, the biggest risk you run is it all feeling chintzy and people like, well, I don't
and I do think that that's a real risk.
Yeah.
Like to be clear,
that to me, it's like,
that's a risk. It feels like you just got a box full of Happy Meal toys
of junk. Yeah. Right. That's the thing, where the attention to detail and like, no, it has to look like this. No, it has to be cardstock. No, this feels cheap. It's got to feel.
Yeah. It's got to feel meaningful. And
it
really is a marketing play. It's a design play.
Yeah.
And then more than anything, just like a creativity play.
Yeah. I think
like some people that really, really do know how to have fun and really do know how to, the same people that are running like sales conferences, right? that think of these things for a living, right? Like funny games to play and.
Right. Yeah. Well, we all know those people who are like, oh, what about, this game here? And they just come up with stuff, or they have heard stuff, or they have a backlog of stuff. Yeah. You just democratize, you're sourcing that into like this one thing. And then, again, over a weekend, you could come up with months worth of stuff. Yeah. And then it's just a matter of, printing stuff out. I think you can run this company with a couple people. Mm-hmm. And then, if you had a drive through.
Yeah. And then assemble 100 boxes.
Yeah.
To start. And without a drive. So to talk about like, how could you pilot this idea? Is you do that, you get with some people and you start thinking of like, what is the look and feel of this brand? And then it's like, okay, what are the games that could go in a box like this?
Right.
And you get some boxes printed and you make 100, right? with whatever it takes to put that together, and your costs will be considerably higher because you're putting together 100 instead of 1,000, right?
Right.
And then
But you can put a table in front of a grocery store.
Yeah,
and, like-
exactly. Or just like list them on Facebook Marketplace and like see who bites and have people come get them from your garage. Like 100 different ways to test the concept.
And ultimately, it is cheap. You're putting together cardboard boxes that, like, they you want them to be a half step above the box of a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You know,
And then give out 25 to your friends, like to your or distinct friend groups, and say, hey, try this out with your friends. And like, does this stick at all?
Was it
like,
fun?
Was it fun at all?
Yeah.
And then maybe they're like, no, and you are not the person to run this business. But if they're like, yeah, that was really fun, then you should.
And I think the boombox, iconography, Ghetto Blaster, like this is a box that looks like a boombox. You have all sorts of flavors. I think it's just like an easy.
You could definitely
an easy brand to play with.
Agreed.
Anyway, boombox.
Boombox. Good idea.
Not a bad idea.
Not at all.
Thebes, what would you want to see inside of a boombox? Do you think that's a good idea? A bad idea? Would you buy a boombox? Would you buy one? I
think I would buy one.
I think you could maybe get away at the high end $20, but I don't think you could sell it for much more than that.
I think I could be in for $30.
You think so?
If they were fun.
Yeah, that's true. And that
compared to going to the bar, which is
sure
a like $100 a person endeavor.
Well, I do think almost like loot box.
Diego's giving me a look like the bar is easily $100. Yeah. In Utah?
Per person?
Yes.
I did look up the top 10 subscription boxes that people can live with or live without. 3 of them were game related out of 10. So
yeah, and I think this is the key is I think a lot of people have a little subscription box like fatigue. And the idea behind this is it's localized where it's like, hey, you go in the moment, I'm bored now, I'm going to go get a box, as opposed to like, you get a box to deliver your door every month. It's like, well, I'm not really, but you take the concept of like, like a loot crate where you like crank it open. You're like, oh, what's in? Ooh, there's this shirt and this thing. Like they worked for a reason. Those companies are still around for a reason. But I think you could do it on a local level. And I think especially leaning into sourcing stuff, local gift cards, local stuff to just like pad this stuff up with interesting content, I think would work. All right, guys, let's wrap up the episode. I want to give a couple shout outs here. One quick mailbag and then several shout outs. So the mailbag is from longtime thief Kelsey Doll.
Love her.
Love that Kelsey Doll.
Kelsey.
And she said, in relating to, I can't remember the name of it was a good idea, bad idea where it changes your eye color.
Oh, I can't remember the name either, but it was like 2 episodes ago, or maybe even 1 episode ago, I brought a company that surgically could change your eye color to blue or to something else.
Yeah. She says, I think Annika, her daughter, would pay $2,000 to change her eye color to blue because her mom's eyes were blue. She says, I mean, she feels that way now. Who knows? She's 15 or something like that.
She's 15?
Yeah.
At 15, you think things like, if only I have blue eyes.
Only I had blue eyes. Yeah, exactly. She recently followed me on Instagram, and it's like the most 15-year-old Instagram.
Really?
It's like phone on the ground, her on her boyfriend's tippy toes, like kissing her boyfriend in like the locker. I'm just like, this is. Ugh.
It's that age,
and it's like some dumb like. Yeah. Annika, if you're listening, I am
exactly.
I am
making hating.
I am making fun of you, but it's. We did it when we were 15.
Out of love. Yeah, we did the same thing when we were 15, and it's cute.
It's cute, but it's
And also, I would like blue eyes also. I'm with you on that. I just want to do it in a safe way.
Okay, first shout out is for Sissa. I don't actually know her full name, but Sissa. I recently got on Clubhouse.
That's right.
And been connecting with some people and chatting about my podcast. Sissa,
what is Clubhouse for listeners who don't know?
Clubhouse is basically audio chat rooms. And the idea is that it's kind of like LinkedIn, where like it's a lot of working professionals use it. So lots of people who own companies, entrepreneurs, celebrities use it. Like Hannibal Buress is on there, Ashton Kutcher's on there. Some of the usual suspects. But like athletes are on there, and all these people. And basically, you go and you like make a room about something, right? It's movies I like, or what's common, at least what I see in my feeds are like, how to almost Shark Tank type stuff. Like, hey, pitch us your ideas, or it can be anything. And basically you hop in this audio room, there's no chat, and there's like a stage and an audience. And so you come in as an audience member, and then whoever's on stage can like bring you up. And you can like have a conversation with potentially someone kind of famous. So like takes what Twitter is, but really changes, kind of flips it around, where Twitter is like, I am a celebrity, I'm just kind of broadcasting my thoughts and people can engage with that. And I probably rarely will actually talk to somebody. Whereas this is like, I'm going to have a conversation in a room with somebody, and like you might be in there too, and like you could disagree with me. So it's really interesting. I kind of hope it sticks around. Anyway, saw her, met Sissa on Clubhouse. Sissa loves being alive. I think she has her own YouTube show. Check it out. Shout out to Sissa.
Great.
Illis Preacha, he reached out and was like, hey guys, I'm going to do a super binge.
Yes,
we
love Illis Preacha.
He's falling behind. He's one of our oldest first fans.
Yeah, like honestly, was it like listen from the very beginning.
Yeah. So shout out to Illis Preacha for we'll send you some swag, Illis. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Scott Westman. He needs to be on this podcast desperately.
I would love to have him on the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on one.
Check
of these
him out on
days.
Twitter.
He's funny.
Scott W, I think is his
something.
handle. He's really funny on Twitter.
Yeah. And then shout out to Brock Cutler as well. He often will catch up and then tag us in something on Twitter.
A great listener.
He is a great listener. Same with James English. James English is often like tagging. He tagged us in something about foods in tubes not too long. Was it mead in a?
Yeah, it was like mead pops.
That's what it was. And then Lindsay _BC. She's another person who found out us on Instagram and was like, hey, just listening. I think you guys have a really cool show. She said we're relaxing. It's relaxing to listen to us. I don't know about that.
I don't either.
But maybe.
Sure.
Anyway, I think it's been a good episode. Diego, what do you think? Good episode? Bad episode? Great episode.
Great episode.
One of the greats.
I think we also have one Clubhouse like add-on that we can.
Oh, that's true. So the other thing about Clubhouse is like you only get a couple invites. It's like invite only. And a lot of people are like want to get in, but like, we're out of invites. Yeah. We have one.
Best Thief to interact with us on socials this week.
If you integrate, if you engage with us, give us some juicy content. Get me a name for my baby, or you talk about Boombox or anything. Idea at ghostsealsidea.com. If you share us with your network, take a screenshot of you posting how you love us on your socials or whatever. We'll get you in Clubhouse. Andre will send you $2. We'll get you a discount for some swag, which should be in the store by the time this airs.
Hopefully.
We are at the finish line, Thieves.
We have the swag.
We have it.
It actually does exist.
Yeah.
We just have to get pictures of it.
Yeah.
On the website.
Well, that's going to do it for the episode. Thieves, we love you. We appreciate you. We will catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Use Scipio, the #1 engagement tool for sales teams that want more responses, appointments, and conversations. Message your leads and customers where they are on their phone. I'm not talking about phone calls. We're talking about true one-to-one texting. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. Use the code STEAL at Scipio.com for 2 free licenses. See you later, Thieves.